Hey everyone, we're back today to bring you in the latest research findings on how online shoppers engage with retailer apps. And I know I do it all the time, but it's always interesting to find out what others do. And as always, we have our Insights Manager Mark Fletcher here to talk us through the highlights and insights of this fascinating topic. To cover off the details, this report is based on over 9,700 interviews with Australian online shoppers and retailers. For more details, check out the Power Retail website. Mark, the new report is called Retailer Apps, a shortcut to sales. Are they?
In most cases, yes, Sally. The bottom line is that 82% of online shoppers have at least one retailer app on their smartphone. On average, those 82% each have actually 4.9 retailer apps. So that's a lot of apps just sitting around on their smartphones. Online shoppers love retailer apps, but unfortunately only around 6% of online retailers actually offer one.
That sure sounds like an opportunity. So whose apps are really popular?
Top of the list is eBay Australia, followed by the usual suspects including Woolworths, Catch, Groupon, Amazon Australia and Coles. What's notable is that these are all apps that people use frequently for everyday shopping or bargain hunting. So the challenge for those retailers who aren't in those categories is to try and make their app a destination. Somewhere the shoppers will want to go even when they're not looking for something to buy.
So can you give all those retailers who don't offer an app some guidance on what makes a great retailer app?
Sure, Ellie. There's two things they have to get right. Number one, being easy to navigate, and number two, offering secure payment options. These are both important to all shoppers and particularly for those over 55, which as we all know is a growing cohort. They're an area of the market that's underserviced, that's got money and who are increasingly getting online. So there's a big opportunity there.
Absolutely.
We can also tell what shoppers want by the things they don't like, and that's a long list. The four top concerns are being slow to load and hard to navigate. Having poor search functions.
Personal hatred.
Indeed. Confusing menus and navigation and not enough product information. So the sad thing is these are all things that should have popped up in straight user experience research before an app was actually launched. Unfortunately, what we're finding is that too many retailers are rushing their market to app and actually doing damage to their brand because it doesn't meet customer expectations.
Of course, it's something you really have to pay a lot of attention to before you actually launch it. But you mentioned before about the challenge of making a retailer app a destination. Do they need to have a giveaway or what?
Look, customers will want giveaways, but they're only a short-term answer. It's a really interesting point we're at in retail at the moment. So we all know that physical stores are increasingly turning to retailtainment or retail entertainment to offer more of an engaging multi-sensory experience. The idea is that if you make it more than just a place to buy things, people will make your store a destination. They'll go there, they'll stay there, and ultimately they'll buy more there. But that thinking hasn't really translated into the popular retailer apps. It's something that will happen in the future, but it hasn't happened yet.
Interesting.
So if we look, though, at what might be in the future, well, the innovations that have come out at the moment as most attractive to people are things like to try on items, to see how they would look, being able to calculate the best size for the shopper using a photo, and to use virtual reality to see items in 3D and see how they look from all angles.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I can think of ASOS and AliExpress and LOreal. They're doing all that sort of stuff as well, which is very exciting. And while they're nice, they don't really make the app a destination. They kind of just make it extra useful. So what does that mean, that there's still a long way to go?
Ali, you're exactly right. We're on the verge of these next big steps in both physical retail and in online retail. Now, the interesting thing is that retailer apps sit right in the middle. They're the border, they're the translator between the physical and the online. And I can assure you, those retailers who get it right, who take it to the next stage, will be rewarded.
That's very exciting, and there's clearly some exciting times ahead. So thank you so much for all your time today, Mark. What's next on the research horizon?
Well, next week we'll be releasing the definitive profile of the Australian online health and beauty shopper. It's a really important segment. It's worth a lot of money, and it's actually got some interesting and unique features about it.
I'm very excited to interview about that as well.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Ellie.
Until next time, see ya.